Hey, what's up guys? I'm Eric, I'm the Ravens fan, 516. This video is, I'm not going to be showing any cards, it's just a video response for Michael A.R. Falk 77's Friends contest. Basically, I mean, I've loved the responses I've seen. You get to learn a little bit more about tubers, you know, outside of YouTube. Basically what Michael wants us to do is to go ahead and talk about one of our, I guess they call it real life or outside of YouTube friends, you know, somebody that maybe necessarily isn't on YouTube that we meet up with, talk on the phone, you know, go to the bar with outside of YouTube, and then also to mention a YouTube friend, somebody that we consider ourselves close to. And then also he said that if you wanted to, you could name some tubers that you would like to get closer to. I'll just start mine off by talking about some of my friends in outside of YouTube. Obviously, the first is going to be my girlfriend Danielle. I think she did make a brief YouTube appearance in one of my videos. I think she brought me a beer, which was awesome. She and I have been dating for quite some time now, since 2008. We met at college, and I think, yeah, we started dating in summer of 2008. So, you know, you do the math, or 2007. Jeez, that's gonna get me in trouble now. Great. So she's great. You know, gets my humor. Somebody who keeps me grounded. Has definitely helped me make positive changes in my life with certain aspects. You know, before we were together, I really wasn't concerned with school or really anything that my future held. But she kind of got me into a different way of thinking. Really motivated me to try. And, you know, get through school, which I did, get a job, which I'm happy in, which I am, and she's always pushing me to strive further. She's the main drive force for me to go back to grad school, which I will be doing eventually, I always say. So better late than never, though. So that's one real life friend. Another one, I have a bunch of friends from high school I still hang out with. Some of us did go to college together. I went to a local college called Towson University. So a few of us went to school together. I actually have my one buddy I'm going to mention. His name is Joe. We weren't really, you know, friends in high school. We knew each other. We hung out with the same people. We hung around each other. Even in college, not that we weren't friends. I did hang out with him and his roommate, another one of my friends, quite a bit because they were in the same building that I was in. But our friendship never really went more than just, you know, hanging out. We didn't really, you know, meet up just the two of us or talk on the phone or anything like that, or text or joke around. But probably about, I would say maybe 2 or 3 years ago now, it was September and the weather was beautiful, and I got a call from Joe, or a text asking if I wanted to go mountain biking, because I had mentioned to him before in passing that him and one of my friends go mountain biking, and I said in passing to him one time, hey, you know, I'd like to go with you guys one time. So I got the text, he invited me. Actually lives right up the street from me here where I live. And so he came by, you know, loaded the bike up, and we're going. We went down, we went to the woods. There's a bunch of trails back in the woods. So we did a really easy one first, just because I'm not in really the best of shape, and I hadn't ridden a mountain bike in some years. So I asked to go slow at first, and we did. And so we went on an easy trail, and then we went on a little bit more difficult one. We had just started, and my one friend was in the front just to kind of lead the way. I was in the middle, and Joe was behind me just to make sure I didn't get separated or get too far away. And we were going down a steep hill, and I slowed, and there was not like a ramp, but it was like a dip off to the right side, and a flat ground off to the left. So I went off to the left because I wasn't taking any risks, and I heard a crash behind me, and Joe had fallen off his bike, and apparently I didn't see it. Neither of my friends saw it. Another couple that was walking on the trail did see it, and he hit the ground pretty hard. Ended up knocking himself out, and he was bleeding from the mouth, you know, making real strange noises. It was very scary, especially because, like I said, you know, I'm friends with the kid, but we're not. Fucking cat is probably gonna try to scratch the TV. So I'm gonna open the door. Hey, stop it, yeah. That's another one of my good friends, is Amber. So, I'm going to try and make this quick. Anyway, Joe was in a really serious accident. I actually ended up having to call 911. The paramedics had to come down into the woods and strap him onto a board. He finally did come to. Had no clue what happened. Actually, we followed the ambulance, me and the other guy followed the ambulance to the hospital, or we dropped a few things off, but then we ended up going to the hospital to visit Joe. And we were talking to the doctors, and they said if Joe hadn't been wearing the quality of helmet he was wearing, he probably would have died. So that was, you know, something pretty, it was pretty sobering, pretty serious. But after that, we got to be really close, you know. He never really had to thank me, you know, because I was the one that ran. I had no clue where I was. It was my first time down there. I ran through the woods trying to get a phone signal to call 911, and I ended up stumbling onto the street, you know, where we had parked. And I had no clue the name of the street or the address. I was banging on the door of a house, nobody answered. So I ran, and something in my mind, I was like, I ran to the top of the street and just opened their mailbox and took out a piece of their mail and was able to read off the address to the 911 operator. It was funny that when I initially called, I had been running straight uphill for about a mile or so, and I was really out of breath. And the 911 operator thought I was having a heart attack. Said that they thought that's what I was calling about. They asked if I was having a heart attack. I said no, it was my friend was in a pretty serious accident. So that really has brought us very close. We meet up at least once a week. There's a small bar up the street from me. We meet up at least once a week and go out and have a couple beers together. You know, like I said, he never really had to thank me for what we, you know, calling the ambulance or whatever. I would never expect him to, but it's something he really said he appreciates. You know, he's told me before that he definitely thinks that that I don't want to say that we saved his life because I don't think we did, but you know, he just really appreciates what we did for him, and it's definitely brought us closer together. So that is probably my best friend in outside of YouTube. As for YouTube, I have a whole list of guys here. These are all the guys' phone numbers I have. I got one boxed off because that's the person I probably talk to most, and you know, watch all his videos, comment on it. I always watch all these guys' videos, but I talk to this guy a lot, and that's probably the person I talk to the most on YouTube is Ryan, Dominus Infinitus. He sent me a couple of disgusting care packages. I've sent him a few not so disgusting care packages, but they were all I could swing at the time. He's a great dude. He's hilarious. Like watching his videos. He has probably one of the best Peyton Manning PCs I've ever seen. And actually, we have plans to get together for the National in Chicago this year. I believe Gronk Fan 87 Mike and Sam Kind 4 Sam plan on being there as well, from what I last understood. So within the next few months, we should have some pretty solid plans together. I'm really excited about that. As for some other guys, YouTube I still talk to. Guys may recognize his name, Techno Bailey. He's no longer on YouTube. I do talk to him pretty regularly, though. I just got done texting him, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. We made a little gentleman's bet over the Patriots, the Ravens-Patriots game, so he said he's going to be sending something my way. So that should be here soon. Cobra SVT 10, David, Den 1013, Denny, Gronk Fan 87, already mentioned him, Mike. Hunted Fan 15, I joked with him and said he's like my little press release guy. I hear stuff from him first, like the whole Ray Lewis deer antler thing. I heard from him like 2 hours before I even heard it on the radio around here. He also keyed me in onto a Panini video with Courtney Upshaw in it, which is the guy I PC'd this year. So I was able to watch that. That was pretty cool. He always is in the know, and he's always looking out for you. He's the one that keyed me in on the Courtney Upshaw one-on-one I picked up. So Tom, great guy. JBB just recently got his number. We talk Game of Thrones. He usually has Siktifer text me and invite me into their rooms where he opens Game of Thrones cards. So that's always fun. He's a good guy. J2Yay Cat 0628, great dude. Talk to him pretty regularly. JW Smitty 80. Usually we just sext back and forth. That's pretty much it, though. He just uses me for my body. Leonard. I'm so embarrassed. CollectorNet Leonard. I thought when we met, told me his name was Leonard. So I've been calling the guy Leonard to his face for like the last couple times. He's the only tuber I've actually met in person that I know and talk to. I met him at the Ravens playoff game last year against the Texans, and again at the Nationals. So I was calling him Leonard. His name's Leonard, or that's how you pronounce it. I had it spelled right, just wasn't pronouncing it right. And he never corrected me, so that's a good friend. Thank you, buddy. CollectorNet. Again, Sam Kind 4. Style 21, great dude. Talk to him pretty regularly. And Yankee Fan 95 Nick, I also talk to him pretty regularly. He just usually texts me and talks trash about the Orioles and the Ravens, telling me that the Cowboys and the Yankees are better, which is completely wrong. So he's a good dude though. He's a younger kid. Really nice though. I do enjoy talking to him. He's funny. He's a good dude. Actually just texted me like an hour ago. This picture. Let's see if I can find it. It was pretty funny. 49ers fans look away. Nick just sent me that. It says, who got it better than us? Nobody. And there's a little Ravens logo below it. It says, about that. Too soon. Sorry. Told you to look away. As for, let me wrap this up because I'm freaking rambling. Michael also said we can talk about maybe some tubers we want to get closer to. Oh, also I got on the list Michael and Debo808. I just recently got both their phone numbers. We've been texting back and forth a little bit. Debo and I were talking back and forth during the game, you know, pumping each other up. So that was great to be able to talk to Davin. And of course, Michael, I just recently PM'd him my phone number, and he texted me like the next day. So I have his number now too. So those are some guys that I look forward to getting closer to, I guess, in the coming year. A couple other guys, 24 Nathan Oak. He's a great dude. I really do enjoy watching his videos. Matt, good call, Sex Blanket. I'm sorry. I like watching Matt's videos as well. He gets in some nasty cards. Chicago fan Jason. As a guy who I recently have been introduced to, that I really enjoy watching his videos as well. And I know I'm going to forget a ton of people, and I'm sorry about that. Troy, Packers Corner. I really enjoy watching his stuff. I do like that a lot. I always try to watch his PSA videos. I enjoy them a lot. Let's see who else. Jeez, I'm going to forget so many people. I'm going to feel like a dick. I'll put it in the description box because I know I'm going to think of about 1,000 other names as soon as I'm done. But that's it, guys. I do appreciate you watching. And thanks for the contest, Michael. Great stuff.